going on, y'all? We're up here at the Swamp Memorial Hall for Edenville Township. They are having their Board of Review appeal processes today. Just figured to come up and see what's happening.
And that was also capped as far as the assessment when I bought it.
Are you here to petition today?
Right,
No.
Alright, well, could you still sign in for me?
No.
because that CC
Okay,
thing.
well, I can't
only
force you
goes
to.
Exactly.
But, we usually have people sign in, and then if you wanna speak to the board, you have to fill out a 4035 petition. But if you're not petitioning the
Because
board,
it's
then you
just
don't have
slowly
to.
been
Nope.
going up and
Alright,
going
good deal.
up.
This is the one we're gonna talk about more tomorrow, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yep, so we'll
Alright.
hop on this one, this goes with that.
I'm gonna take the-
Oh, yeah.
And we'll see if I still got electricity over there. They said it was an equipment malfunction from consumers. It went out,
That's strange.
Thursday and Friday, no power over there. And then
Thank you for stopping in
Yes.
and talking
And
with
I'm
us.
yakking stuff.
Really?
Sorry,
Oh,
Kathy.
no, that's okay, you can yak, I'm not stopping you from yakking, I'm just saying thanks for stopping in,
All right,
okay?
I'm trying to understand it all, I'm getting
You know
there.
what, we're still trying to understand it too.
If you can bring in those photos though, of the structure that you said the
put down on
roof is
the-
coming down for,
Yeah.
On that thing
that
that,
would be something to add to your
not on
petition.
there, but on your
Okay.
thing at the.
But thank you for coming
And
in.
the whole, what I thought was chicken coop material.
Yeah, take pictures of it. We can do only so much here, like they need
Right.
proof of some sort.
Yeah, and you have
Pictures
to,
of the
Yeah.
proof.
you have to leave, whatever you're petitioning, you need to leave evidence
Bring.
with us,
Okay,
so. we-
General
We
maintenance,
appreciate
though.
you stopping in.
General maintenance necessarily isn't something that would affect value too much, cause you could throw up a roof in a day these days. So then the value just goes right back, or windows or doors or stuff like that. That wouldn't necessarily be considered changing the value too much because it's general maintenance. But, I mean, if the roof's collapsing, that's definitely something that will affect the structure value. Alright, but yeah, just the more the board can see, the better they can make their determination.
all right, now go find out why I don't have electricity and what's going on with consumers.
Oh no, was it from the wind the other day, you think?
It was Thursday when it went out,
Oh my goodness, I think the wind, at least.
so,
it was
but I don't have
Saturday, so-
anything over there. Well, I went over there to check on it and I
Give
couldn't
them a
turn.
call too, sometimes they'll have
Yeah.
a down area, and they can give you that information over the phone as well.
Guys, look at. This isn't you, but I mean, this is what it, and it's like, I haven't been there, look at, I have not been there, so what is this?
Definitely call DT about that, or consumers, sorry.
Consumers,
It is
yeah.
DT, but I mean, so I always forget.
Well, trying to figure out, well, okay, somebody have a party over there, I mean, because I can't get in because there's no power to get the door open.
Mhm. Maybe the deer having a party or something, it's hard to say.
Wondering.
But yeah, give them a call, they'll be the people to talk to about that
I
one.
mean, I'm pretty consistent, I'm not there.
Yeah, that's a pretty, you really are having a party.
Yeah.
I guess that's one of the perks of having wetlands, is that the deer can have lots of nice parties, right?
Oh, I know the piles of poop over there. Well, we do go on a poop hunt to distinguish with the grandkids to
There you
distinguish
go, yeah,
who did it.
that's a good thing to do, yeah, make the best of it.
Well, because there's a difference between the rabbits and the deer.
Yeah, yeah.
And the raccoons. All right, we're headed there now to,
Take some pictures.
oh, it's just,
We don't need the lesson in the poop pies, though.
you don't
Just
want
take
that
pictures.
lesson for us. Oh, come on, I joined, Three Rivers over the winter. They had a challenge last February. They had a challenge with all the different hikes and all the different properties to go to, and it's
Oh.
just, I'm always like, Ariel, I never knew so many were right there, so close.
All the different conservancy places to walk, yeah.
Yeah,
They're really
Yeah.
nice, aren't they?
yes,
You can take
yes.
dogs there and everything, which is nice. There's some nature areas you can't take your dogs, but.
I didn't take a dog, but,
Conservancy.
because the one we did snowshoeing at, that was fun,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Have you been to the one off of Homer Road? On the north side of the, south side of the river? If you go down Homer Road and then then where it dead ends onto,
I drink these when I
Wheeler,
strip
I
in
think.
my carnivore.
it's called
It's
River.
an energy drink, right, so it's
River
terrible
resides
for you,
with it.
but-
Anyway, I agree with you, they have really nice places to walk.
Right in the middle of the day. I'll tell you
Stacy's
what.
in charge of the group. I let her, she finds it and I can get a ping and figure out how to drive there.
That's cool, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Well, the other one was off at Tidwawasee Road.
No,
Oh, it's
I
Saginaw
did the
Road.
same time
I
this
haven't been to
time
that one
last
yet,
year,
but I
so
know that's a newer one, I think, but
That's
yeah,
getting
they
pretty
do a really
I
nice
gotta
job,
get
I
that
really
for
like
summer
it.
vibe.
Educate you as to what all we can do with Edenville property.
I agree, yeah.
That's
You
true.
know,
Mm-hmm,
you can make some nice hiking trails.
mm-hmm.
There's a nice little trail in Averill. Have you been to that one?
Well, that's the one that I went to was,
That little preserve back in there?
but there's another one just
Questions about
just
anything
kitty
we're doing?
corner,
Do you understand
like
what we're
right
doing?
down the road from
Yeah,
it.
do you under?
That's the one up at
You can ask
Tidwawasee Road.
questions.
No,
I
right off,
encourage you.
The other
Like
one's
the
right
little-
up at Saginaw.
Yeah, a little park and
before the
ride.
duck thing,
If you don't
Yep.
understand.
not the duck.
Like where basically where the little park and ride type thing is, their little parking lot.
Yeah,
And it goes back across the little bridge and around by the river and
I
through the
didn't know
woods
since
and
You
No.
weren't able to
yeah,
take
I went
training, how much
snowshoe
you understood about
hiking
what
there,
we're doing
that
and-
was fun.
we take the kids to that one because it's not very long.
Right.
And they're
That's the only
maintained
way
trails
to
too,
learn
so.
is
Yeah, they're
having
nice,
cabins,
Yep.
yeah.
Learning that too.
I know they had a meeting,
We gotta ask questions and
it
then.
was a Thursday, they had a meeting to see who,
We're
you
gonna
know,
hold off on this one.
volunteers to
do
come
we
help
have more
clean up
that
some of
were
the trails
submitted?
and whatnot, and
That aren't gonna come in person.
Do we have a
we're
problem?
handling our health issues over here, so. We're getting there. If I print the pictures off of my printer, will that suffice, or do you want me to go actually get them developed?
No, just put them on your printer.
Okay,
We just need, the picture. We don't need to have glossy or anything like that.
And we'll be here tonight until 9, and tomorrow we're here from 9.
9 until 4, with an hour off for lunch. So,
well, I'm hoping I can get into my garage, that's next on the list.
I have just a question for you, Peter.
Sure.
When the one person was in that said that their property wasn't originally, completely designated as wetland, and then last fall it got designated, does that and he seemed to indicate that that happens without notifying anybody, or, I mean, does that, I'm confused. If you
Yeah.
could just help me understand
Because
that.
it's a separate entity that does those wetland studies, they don't necessarily inform us about it. We do get a layer added to our GIS system, or the county does anyway. And we can check it from a base-to-base scenario. In the case of, his whole property is 100%.
So, and it wasn't when he purchased it, is that correct?
He purchased it
So-
last year, I believe.
Yeah, so
So
can you
it's
help?
hard for me to say, because I don't.
So
know
we can't go back
specific-
in history and see what it was? at the-
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
It depends on what it was December 31st.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying, he was using that as justification for why he thought it should be devalued. Well, I don't have evidence that it was not 100% at the time he purchased it. That was more my question, was not,
Gotcha. Well,
I'm
it's, at this point, since we know that it's 100% now, you gotta go off of what it is now, kind of, or December 31st, 2025.
mhm,
Not basically what it was at the time of sale, because, I mean, even though it was designated this year or last year as wetlands, it's most likely already been wetlands for years and years and years.
mhm.
They just finally designated it that way. But, I
Mhm.
mean, I'll tell you, I went out to that property, and it looks like recreational hunting land to me. But in the case where he can't build on it, he probably can't. It's probably unbuildable because of wetlands.
Mhm. And that we had that same situation in 2025, when someone came in, we had.
Oh, yeah, it happens all the time. As an appraiser, I'm not necessarily walking the whole property and saying,
Right.
is that wet, is it not? It could have rained the day before, so everything could be wet,
Mhm.
It's hard for me to tell without some sort of report, but in this case, it is part of what's called the 303 Final Wetlands Inventory, which is done by NWI and MIRIS, which I couldn't even tell you what those,
Okay.
what those are.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand this wetlands thing is kind of,
Mhm.
I mean, we've talked about wetlands before, but when he said that it can change from month to month, or, I didn't
Yeah.
quite understand that.
There's certain things that can affect a property being wetlands, like someone building and causing a runoff from property
Which is
next
what you
door.
said that you experienced, or it could be.
Mhm. Or there's some other things that I don't necessarily understand because I'm not really an environmentalist or a biologist. But, yeah, we just kinda gotta go off with the information that's provided to us.
Yep.
In this case, yeah, he's completely covered, but he already has a structure on the property. So we can't say the property's worth nothing because he can't build on it.
No, I understood all that.
Mhm.
I was just questioning how somebody can designate something that wasn't complete wetlands as wetlands, and then, because we have to make deliberation based on that, and,
Mhm.
I'm just trying to understand it myself. I'm not
Oh, gotcha.
I'm not-
gotcha.
I'm not doing it necessarily for that person, I'm just doing it to understand how that can happen.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it changes from time to time. We gotta
Okay.
go off with the newest study, really. And technically in 5 more years, he'd come back with a new study and say it's completely dry.
Yeah,
And
okay.
we gotta take the study that's provided to us.
Okay,
But wasn't it FEMA that did like half of the lake area and deemed us wetlands, where we all had to get the added insurance because we were?
that was.
And then
that
they
was-
protested it?
That was about 10 years ago. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna
that-
say, I
that
don't know,
happened.
10, 15 years ago, but then they came back, they protested it, they redid the studies and whatnot, and then they came back and said, oh no, we're wrong, it's not wetlands.
Yeah, cause I had to actually have someone come in and survey my property, and then they said, no, this isn't wetland, and then we had the flood, so I mean, and the house was underwater, so, it's like, okay.
Am I gonna need to fill out another one when I come back tomorrow?
No, we,
Just
good.
one per property.
Just
Yeah.
picture, okay,
so, yeah, cause we'll put it with the one that you filled out today.
okay,
A lot of times we'll do the deliberation the same day, if we have time in between our schedule, but because you were gonna bring pictures, we
Yeah.
put a hold on that. Because once we deliberate and make a decision, if you were to bring the pictures in, we couldn't go back and change it.
should I measure
No, no, no,
everything to
no,
make sure it's the
let me-
same
let me-
measurement?
Let me help you understand that. So you came in with 2 petitions.
Right,
The one we can, if we wanna
Right.
deliberate and make our decision today, we can. The second one, we're waiting for
tomorrow,
pictures.
right,
If we deliberated on that second one today and made a decision, then we can't change it tomorrow.
tomorrow, okay,
So that's why we're not gonna deliberate on that until tomorrow, so
Okay,
that
thank
you
you.
have time to bring the pictures in.
okay,
Okay,
no problem.
all right, thank you.
Did you want me to measure my garage too? What I do have, to make sure that's right?
But you could do that if you like. I did do a quick measurement
Oh.
online and it looks like it's correct. But you're welcome to do whatever you want.
Right.
Will we take your measurements as fact? Probably not. Cause you can come in here and say it's 10 square feet, but you're welcome to do whatever you want.
Okay. And see what that chicken coop is, right?
Yeah.
We're interested in the pictures of the chicken coop.
Well, cause they had that cut and it went to an aquarium. There was an aquarium by it too. And I didn't know what that was for, if they were, but I know at one time the previous owners had animals there.
Hmm.
So I don't know
So the
what.
chicken gets to watch the fish in the aquarium? Usually those are for cats.
And maybe
Do
they
they
put,
have cats in there?
maybe
too?
So
they
you
put-
said you had some.
maybe they
property
had baby
exemptions?
birds in
Yeah.
there,
Alright.
babies.
Let's get a move on here.
I don't know. Or if I know.
Thank you, sir.
Um,
That's our first hardship application.
Are there copies?
This is
One copy.
M
No, it's gonna be one
2605.
Okay. Okay, so we have one, so what are our logistics if we have one copy? Do we all wanna look at it?
Yeah,
Okay.
This one I didn't end up, actually, I didn't end
So,
up getting
what-
spreadsheets on any of these.
the way that I did it when I was chair, so
Mm-hmm.
you can do it how you want. The way that I did it when I was chair is I looked through it. I looked for the information that we needed to look through, like what's their income, what is their number in the household, kind of bank account do they, you know, what assets do they have, do they list? So kind of look through those things, and then, I usually do the calculation, even though I think Peter probably has already done the
I haven't
calculation.
got it on that one. I
Alright,
apologize.
So I do
didn't
the
do it this
calculation
year.
based on what they say their income is, amortized over the 12 months. And then look at the chart that we have for poverty exemptions to see, did you put anything on there as to what?
I have not touched it, I apologize.
Oh, no, it's not a problem. So then we would, you know, say, based on the information that we got, this is what our poverty exemption, rules say that we can apply to this. Sometimes it's nothing, sometimes it's,
Yeah, basically you have to just go off the guidelines on this.
Okay, so
So-
I've just looked it over.
so if you look it over and then you say what you think it is, then we can each take a look at it and agree or make, you know, have some other comments that would make.
Would you be comfortable being the,
Would I be comfortable looking it over?
yeah? and-
Yeah, I'm okay with
so,
looking it over.
Jim, you wanna look it over first to see what we're talking about, and then Kathy can.
So-
explain it?
So just one, can I just have it for just 1 minute just to get the parcel number? So,
I can read that off to you.
oh, okay,
Parcel number 010-480-500-10000.
and the name,
Levelly,
oh, Gloria,
and it is 5521 North Mary Court.
yeah, I'm sort of familiar with it.
I figured you might be.
It'd be a good one for me.
Yeah. So, and the things that we need to look at, so when you look at our poverty exemption rules, so the things that need to be in the packet is the federal tax return, 1040,
This year.
if there is one.
She's been in.
She needs the state of Michigan income tax return, proof of all sources of income, including pension, social security, unemployment, a copy of bank and or credit union statements, and the most recent statement of all investments, including but not limited to stocks, bonds, and certificates.
Raise your hand. I think I was just making sure.
If they don't have a tax return, then they need to, sign a poverty exemption affidavit. And in the case of Gloria, she doesn't file tax returns, so this is her affidavit, that the information that she's
So
given
we're
us.
talking about this page right now, right?
I'm talking about this page right here.
Is this the one that, I'm just wanna make notes on my copy of it.
Yep.
Guidelines for this year?
So, this is the application, and this is the income tax.
Oh,
I can.
yes.
Basically what you said.
Is there anything else that I need to have on, in
I
front of me while
use
we're
another
here?
No, I
computer.
don't think so.
It's on my other computer, so I apologize.
Never mind.
Sorry about that.
Good Lord.
So, and it's, and
This
so
is a
she's,
team here.
so this is for a poverty exemption.
Hello, how are you doing
Hi.
today?
God,
You here for the board review?
I am.
So we got a sign up sheet, if you would mind filling that out, and then we're gonna have you fill out this
I'm
petition
just gonna
as
look through
well.
it.
Get it, fill that out, and have it ready before you speak with the board.
And we gotta also
This one
look
right
to
here?
make sure everything's been signed.
It'll be this one here, and then you take that and add it to this one,
Okay,
and then
so
we'll
And
get
then
that-
the income and that kind of
this is
stuff for
signed.
that one.
Exactly.
mark for poverty
Yeah,
exemption.
let's just say,
So-
this one says,
Peter, do we mark assessed and tentative on this? Or,
Is there a spot for poverty? I thought they changed
yeah,
it.
so we just have to do the poverty,
Yeah,
that's all we
they
have
just
to
updated that this year.
do. Okay,
So
all
you
right,
just
so I
have to
just wanted
check
to
that
make
one.
sure.
After,
So,
There-
yeah,
there
we'll
was
fill out that
change.
form.
nothing was
So
there
here's the
for some reason.
poverty
so
exemption
did you do this
information.
last
So
year?
it has her
Did
name,
you do the exemption last year?
it has the
Yeah.
parcel
So that's
number,
why there'd be nothing there.
the mortgages
So-
with.
It wasn't, I still
This
paid.
company,
Well, you still have special
Included in the
assessments,
reporting
but your
documentation?
I had it.
assessed and taxable
The mortgage,
value
well,
changes.
she owed 274, and I
That
think
makes
it's been
sense.
paid off now.
Oh,
If
so-
she's-
That's what
she
was
had
on
a
another
40-year
paper of mine
mortgage,
that I
this
received
is her
though.
40th year.
Oh,
Couldn't tell you what that other
So,
paper is, but
It was like
I'll
this.
double check
I
your
think it's a
property.
mute-
general.
I think it's a mute point.
so
Yeah,
aside
we'll
from
check
this
it real quick.
application,
I sign
would I
in
then,
there.
so we know the name of the mortgage company, is that part of the documentation that they submit?
So the mortgage, what she has with the mortgage company would be part of she should have a copy of that, right, Peter? Or-
What's that?
So, as far as evidence of who she has it mortgaged with and how much for, it should be part of the package. Is that something that, I mean, we've
It'd be
never asked
great
for.
if everybody
Yeah.
did put that in there, but not everybody does.
Well, and again,
But if they're
she-
saying that they have a certain amount that they pay every month, they should provide us with some sort of
okay, well,
proof.
and here's the point. She owed 274 on it. It's paid off now. I mean,
Well, it sounds like she had cash somewhere, maybe a relative died,
No.
maybe she found buried treasure.
no. Her monthly payment was 274 for 40 years.
Okay,
This is the last month of 40 years. I'm just saying. That's all,
A 40-year mortgage? Or
that's what
30?
she said, it was 40, I don't know. And she said 40, but she probably didn't remember. Anyway, her last payment was this month.
good
So it's
for
paid
her,
off.
at that point, I mean, that's fine,
So-
they can own it outright,
Yeah.
it's just gonna affect her the calculation on her monthly expenses. That's what that would realistically affect on our side,
Okay,
because now she's not paying towards the mortgage each month.
okay, but do we make an assessment based on that?
I usually do, because if
Oh, I
they
guess
have,
I've never looked at that.
if they have a monthly expense is way over than what they're receiving us, or receiving per month, that's a red flag for me, it's like they're
Okay.
getting cash from somewhere else. But it's not necessarily something you have to do.
Yeah.
It just tells me like, oh, if they're only getting $1,000 a month, but their outgoing money's like 3,000.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like, yeah, something's wrong
Okay.
here.
So that's why you would look at that.
I sent you guys all an email that maybe you did or did not receive about getting.
Is it Brenda?
Do you want to sign this one or this
Oh,
one?
I didn't
signed
see the
this one.
email.
This one was a little hard to
What
like
is
sign
the
on,
That
so I
is a little
made
bit
this
right
one.
there,
If you would
those
tell me
spaces,
what
there's
you
no
want,
name there.
we'll put
Yeah,
together a
this is
report.
fine, don't worry about it. I made this one because this
I
one
do
is so
not need
small.
anything from there.
But yeah, the reason that shows zero is because you
I
came
don't-
to
And I'm
the
sorry,
last
I-
year,
Yeah.
and they gave you 100%.
Yeah,
I
So when
appreciate
you
the
get
offer, I
100%
just,
exemption for a
I
hardship
have a
application,
food allergy.
it
so
takes
I
your
can't-
value of your property from what it was.
Understand, we have family
Zero.
members that way. and
Right, so that's why every year you have to
so did you
redo
send
the
a
exemption.
menu or something?
I
That's
sent
why
you
it
a link
shows
to a
value
menu.
for 2026, but no
Okay.
value for 2025.
Let me
If
just
you
take a look at
get approved by board review like.
And the reason
last
why
year,
is my
then
Meals
it's
on
gonna be the
Wheels
same
delivery
thing.
driver
Yep,
is
no
in
value for
Midland
2026,
now getting
and
a
no
tooth
value for
cracked.
2027.
Okay, cause what was
Oh.
off was the school
She
exam.
cracked a tooth over
I
the
paid
weekend.
all the other.
So maybe. I
It
need
should have been
to-
all your general property tax. So the only thing you have to pay when you get this exemption is your special assessments. So that would be like your dam fees, I believe, your trash, your,
Salaries.
solid waste, stuff like that. If you have it right there, we can go through it. But, cause they are looking at another petition right now. So these are all your special assessments, solid waste,
Mhm.
and then of course all the nice waterway ones, and then the water district, that's your water, and then that's the weed assessment. But yeah, the Four Lakes Task Force is the big one. And we actually have,
I filled out this form, and since I pay my taxes with my house, they denied me. There's Michigan community, it was released
oh,
in
yeah,
September.
community action, the Mid-Michigan for the
Yeah, but
flood assistance.
they denied me, I met the income requirements, but what, I pay my house payment.
Okay.
My taxes.
Okay,
And that's why.
I couldn't tell you anything about that, that's a completely different, jurisdiction and different, company from us, we're just the local government here.
Cause I don't have funds and all that, but.
But
I
they
think-
do have some assistance to go through the Four Lakes Task Force, but they have their whole application, and we're completely separate from it. So I am sorry to hear
Well,
about
they
that.
said they, was one from Mid-Michigan, but they decided,
Mhm. Yeah, there's two offices, there's the one in Gladwin and the one in Midland County, or Midland City, I should say.
yeah, it was the same, it was, was denied, because I pay my, house payment with my taxes.
Gotcha.
What about this, is there anything?
I think I will
So the
try the
homestead act
Asian
you already
sesame
have.
chicken
So
salad.
it's just your primary residence exemption. So
Uh,
down here, it would say 100%,
I'm getting that together now.
but you already have that.
For the school.
Yep, so it's right here, principal residence exemption, 100%. What it does is it makes you exempt from the school operating millage rate.
Is that under
In this
what?
case, it's not
It's under
even
salaries.
because you're not even charged for it, because we're exempt.
And you would like an
Um,
Asian sesame chicken salad.
Correct.
Fill out
Anything on it?
this form here, and then anything that you
Like
get to
chicken or
the
something?
review, they'll have to keep, and they'll make their decision based on.
Like chicken?
That
Yeah,
information.
Oh, wait.
Asian sesame
yeah,
chicken
Asian
salad
salad.
should
Yeah,
have,
never mind, it's got chicken in it.
like a.
Never mind.
Okay,
Just a single paper there.
Then water? or-
yes, please, water.
Is there an option to just select two?
Yeah. You can do whatever
I
you
have the
want.
same thing, that sounds good enough to me. Keep it nice and simple.
That's okay. Would you like a bottle of water too?
Sure.
Or there's other,
Yeah, you want something else, I mean.
I just,
Actually, some kind of like a Diet Pepsi or something like that.
Let's see what they have. A cherry lime fresca. How about a Diet Pepsi? They got Diet Pepsi.
Oh, yeah, Diet Pepsi is ideal.
Now, Coke guy?
Yeah, it used to be,
That's just the big thing, right? It's like you're either Pepsi or you're Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
I
man,
was
tell me
Pepsi for a
about
long time, and then I had a couple, or a Coke for a long time, and then I had Pepsi, a couple Pepsis in a row, and I'm like, and I think I like this
it. Yeah,
better.
what do you want?
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
so I thought she had said that she was paying off it today. This month it's not, cause she actually does have something from two credit unions and her mortgage. It's in here to
Okay.
show. So it's in the packet. So when we, determine Medicare income, do we include it, is it the before deductions or after deductions, that the number that we use?
For Medicare,
When it's that she gets so much money from Medicare? So
that
she,
just goes towards her medical bills though, right?
your monthly benefit before deductions,
That's Medicare and then
the
Medicaid.
COLA.
Do we include Medicare and food stamps as part of the income? I can't remember. off
We
the
have
top of
not
my
in
head.
the past.
I wouldn't, cause it's not like she can go use that money towards your other bills, right? You can only use it for medical expenses. But I'll look up the bulletin real quick on that.
Okay. Oh, I got, oh, okay, so, yeah, okay, so I meant her social security. So,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, her social security,
So
yes.
do you include it with, before Medicare deduct, for the Medicare medical insurance? Do you determine the value of social security before the deduction or after the deduction?
We should do it after the deduction, I believe.
Okay, so,
Cause that's her.
cause her
caption.
total social security is 1309, but
What is
after
her-
deduction,
What is her actual SSI paperwork at on there? Cause are you looking at the application or do you?
no, I'm looking at the SSI.
I usually go after deduction.
Okay, that's
So
what,
it'd be that
yeah,
11.
okay, yeah, and I just wanted to make sure that's what we, 11.
Gotcha.
got it.
I understand what you're saying now. I thought you were saying like, she had some sort of medical, card that she has to pay off her, like, medical bills or something like that. I was like, I don't think we include that.
I just noticed something. This is the 2026, not the 2025. So she needs to have the 2025, right? Should have been this one, 1089.
Well,
Can we use this?
is it gonna affect it?
No,
That's the thing, is like, if the
Well,
value affects it, we'll
alright,
give her the
so-
benefit of the
so-
doubt to giving us the 2025. If
so,
it's not,
yeah.
we can accept it as is.
okay, so,
But like, if that's gonna put her over, then we
Okay.
should let her know, like, hey, we need to get this 2025
Yeah,
information.
we're talking $15 a month.
Yeah,
difference.
that's,
So
yeah, that
we'll-
won't matter.
Okay, alright, just wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
So I don't want to make the decision on this. I can show you what I'm looking at. but I helped her fill out the paperwork, so I don't wanna.
Yeah, so you're
I
staying on this one?
Yeah, so, no, I'm not gonna abstain, cause I still can, I believe I can still vote, she's not related or anything, it's just I helped
Yeah,
her.
as long as you don't feel that your relationship really changes your decision. 'cause-
I,
Because this is completely based off of income, it
Yeah.
really doesn't matter.
and that's why I'm saying,
Yeah.
just because I helped, it's just like, we help Dana all the time fill out her paperwork, but that doesn't mean,
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you can't vote on it.
right.
I mean,
So-
especially since it's just income.
But
there's not
again,
really
because I helped her
anything
fill it
you,
out, I'd like just, you to, so it does have what the bank information is. So she has the information for this is her income for social security, that she has money in two different bank accounts. Huntington Bank and Dow Chemical, and she has evidence of what's in those both. Here's the Dow Credit Union one to show
Oh, I
this
see.
number here. And then,
What, does it matter what month the statements come?
I think they're both, in December of 2025, which would have
Oh,
been,
because it's the end of the year.
Right,
we basically
right, so I think that's what I told her to put it in there. And then she also had her mortgage, and here's the payment that she makes on her mortgage, just to show what the outstanding, income is. And
She owns one car, so that's,
she owns one car that she doesn't drive because she doesn't feel safe in it. But she does have a vehicle. She did sign this, so you're looking for that. This is the affidavit that says, because she doesn't file a 1040, then she had to sign.
Yep.
And this wasn't in the original packet, but I got her to sign it and brought it in. So we're gonna add that to this packet. So based on that, so then what you would do is, so you've looked at what her income is. So the two things that you're gonna make a decision on, one is the income.
so,
So if you take, what we have is the social security for the 1,000,
so we need to do 2025.
so it's 1,167, so I'd asked Peter, because this was her social security, she gets 1,309, but, they take 200 a month off for Medicare. So
Okay.
he said use
So what
the
she
number,
actually receives is 1,107.
so take that times 12.
Okay. So that'll
Remember
be
that study I sent you, the ECFs and MAID study?
13,284.
Can we get that on the assessment page for the website?
13,000.
Absolutely.
284.
Do I do you have contact
All right,
information?
so
for
now we
was it
look at our table.
shoemaker or
Yeah,
something like
I'll
that?
take care of that.
Oh, thank you, appreciate
And the
that.
table
It'll
says
be
for
Wednesday,
one
if you don't
person,
mind, 'cause time between now and then,
at
slammed. But
Yeah,
federal
we
guideline
are
for
in
one,
meeting for next
for
2 weeks.
100%.
Right, well, then I got a board meeting Tuesday night.
15,000
So she's
Six.
below
I'm
that.
sure we'll have
Yes.
all
So she
kinds of
qualifies.
exciting
for
stuff.
100%.
You guys still doing the whole rigmarole with the fire department?
Below the.
Yeah.
the guidelines.
That's,
Let me just make sure that,
Qualifies
Those
for
are only-
100%.
source of income. All right, so that's the income part of this.
Do what you gotta do.
Then the second part that you look for is the asset test. And so according to this, all assets excluding the homestead property and personal property and one automobile may not exclude 30,000.
And
So
the
she's
automobile has a
saying,
Pretty low value.
well, it says excluding the
Oh, that's
automobile.
right, okay.
So what you're looking for is this money
Oh, okay.
and this money, which
Okay.
is about 11,000,
So
which
that-
is
Do I
below,
need to write that down on my notes?
yeah, I mean, you can, but,
it's
so it's below,
202.
so what she's showing for assets is below 30,000.
Okay, I guess, yeah. clearly it's
So
below
she
30,000.
meets both requirements, so she's below Peter, she's at 100% even with the 2026.
So she's under 15,650?
Yeah, she's at 13,
Okay, per our guidelines?
13,284
So she qualifies
for
for,
100%.
so are we, is this something we're making a ruling and we're putting this in the minutes?
Well, I would like to have you guys look it over first, And I think, Jim needs to take a look at it and explain to him what it is we're looking at. So,
Were you listening?
Mhm.
but it's good for you,
I mean, were
it's
you
good for
actually
you,
watching what she was doing?
good for you to go through it with him so that he,
No, we
you know, before we
go
make
through
a
it again.
deliberation.
Okay, so we have the form signed by the person who's applying. So why the owner's name has two people, it's a married couple, is the second person still alive?
No, so there's two names on the deed, but the fact is that Ensign has passed away. But he's still on the deed.
So do we need a death certificate to prove that?
No,
Does that,
even if he was in a nursing home, it still wouldn't count, they have to be physically in the home.
Okay, do we need proof though of anything like that?
I
Do you know?
If you guys
mean,
would
I know
like
in
to
this
ask
case-
for a deed, you're always, or a death certificate, you're always allowed to, but if you have someone who knows that someone's passed, it's just.
She lives in my neighborhood.
Yeah, I know, I'm just asking about
Yeah,
like what the
but
rules are.
you have the right to, if you want, but
So
in
if
this
we
case,
didn't have personal knowledge of the situation, we might ask for proof.
exactly, cause that's a good red flag, I'm glad you caught that,
Okay.
'cause I didn't.
Okay, so that's the first thing we do is, because their information is gonna be about a one-person exemption, and the guidelines are different for two people versus one people. So in this case, it's just one person. We double check the parcel ID and everything, and the address. And this part here, if they're coming in for poverty exemption, they don't have to protest any of this, they're just asking for poverty exemption, they're not protesting anything on their bill. So since we're not protesting, we don't have to do this classification stuff. Reason for protest is just that it meets the poverty exemption guidelines, and then it's on there. This is what we're gonna fill out when we do our determination. This is
So
their
they
application
gave
they
it
filled
some
out, so
little
it's got her
box
name,
Okay, so I can just.
so she's a widow, the address is the same as what we saw before, the parcel ID matches. And all this stuff that's filled in here, we can double check and attach it, so it mentions the mortgage company,
You
and
know,
monthly
when they're
payment.
getting us questions about.
Then here it mentions their income
That's
sources, so this is something else we're gonna double check as we go through. Her social security number, this is her asset test.
Approved
So
property.
income is one part of,
My property's not.
And how much
Did you
was the
know that
income?
project
so
or
we're
something
going
like that?
through our,
It's a bunch
this is
of
the
stuff
thing that we
like
had in
that.
our meeting, right? So this is the,
With progress comes questions.
this is
Oh,
the
yeah.
resolution, poverty resolution, and then this is the guidelines. So one person income has to be below that amount, and here she's telling us this is her income times 12, it's below that amount.
And what was that number? Just
Her monthly, which one?
the total 12 times 12. I
It
thought I
was
put it on.
13,284.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be written on here somewhere?
I put it, no, I put it on the back sheet.
You'll have like
Where
a guy
the
that's in
Social
a
Security
wheelchair,
income,
lost
I put it on
or
there.
something like that.
Okay, we'll
Well,
look
he's
for that one.
got-
Yeah.
go for it.
But yeah, you
It's
can put it there, just,
Well, so what I'm talking about right now is while we're looking at the form, we wanna make sure she fills these two parts, right? So she's telling us her income here, and she's telling us her assets here. Her other asset is one household car, if she had two cars, so we would have to count the second car against the total allowed for the assets.
Right. So if she had two cars,
So she
and
only
one
has
was
car.
at 5,000, one was at 8,000, you would take one of those cars and you would add it to her assets. So right now, she's about 12,000, so you make it 17,000. She's still would be below the 30,000. So if she did have a second car, it's not like a major thing, it's just,
People get discounts because, you know,
and
this, that, or the other.
and that-
Manufacturing
so-
just feel like they shouldn't receive anything, they're just.
Peter, can I just ask one more
Oh,
question?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So the asset, or Art maybe, so the asset test is, the household has to be below 30,000. That would mean if there's one person in the house, or if there's 5 people in the house, 30,000 is the asset test, is that
And
correct?
you get exempted cars based on the number of drivers living in the house. And you get exempted, and your dollar figure goes up by.
Okay, so
by
where does it
person.
say that exempted cars for
It's in
driver,
the
cause
asset-
I thought that
It was on
Peter,
the asset test.
Um,
Everyone's allowed one car.
okay, I
One
didn't,
drivable
The
car.
asset test just says one automobile
Yeah.
for the homestead property. It doesn't say per person.
But it's per.
Okay.
per licensed
It would
driver.
be-
We're talking about
It would
this,
be,
right?
it would be better if it's specified
I
that.
know, we probably.
Okay.
Or it
Um,
should only be one per household,
Per household?
one per household.
Then I stand corrected.
Because if you got 5 cars in your family, you got 5 assets.
That's true.
We only get one.
So it's
That's
one
what the
car per
resolution
house.
says, so we kinda have
Well,
to
the
stick to that.
The resolution says one.
Okay,
I mean, that's something that we could change in the future if you really wanted to, but I find that most people that get this, they're, mom and pop, they usually have one car anyway, and then anything past that's over and above, and it's still not gonna scratch 30,000 unless they got, a new Range Rover or something like that.
Okay.
At that point, they should be getting approved for the poverty exemption.
alright, I just wanna make sure,
Historically, we've had a couple of folks come in where they were a married couple. And we have historically said, you're
One per
allowed
vehicle.
one car per licensed driver.
okay,
But yeah, if there's 5 people in the house and they all own a boat or something like that, that needs to be.
Well, that's,
on there.
no, that's
but a
different.
car is different than a boat, and,
Yeah.
That's an asset.
if they have young children living in the house, I mean, young is,
Over 16 and
Right.
under,
25.
At that point, I think it
Regardless,
matters who's.
The actual paper
Providing
that we're
income.
working off of, which
is
is.
that
the
says
resolution.
just one right
The
now.
resolution
Okay.
that we're using
All right.
says one car per household, regardless of how many licensed drivers, because we're working off of the resolution, because this is a legal issue, so we have to work off of what we have.
And that's why
as our legal
that's why I asked for
standard.
clarification.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
So then, the personal debt goes back to earlier here, she mentioned the mortgage company, that's also reflected here. Monthly expenses. I don't know what we do with part 11 monthly expenses, is that just for our, this is to make sure we can understand if their income is being reported accurately. If their monthly expenses are way higher than their income, it's a flag that maybe there's something that's not accurate in the application. Same thing with this. So this page is basically to help us understand if this application is actually complete and honest. And then here they're, just signing, obviously. And then here we're double checking the information that they gave us, and this is based on December 31st.
It was December, it was the end of last
That's
year.
the year, and that's because we're, everything that we're evaluating at the
Okay.
end of the year.
Are you ready now?
So, that's why we're,
Yeah, I was listening,
Okay,
so that's what these are.
I had all kinds of car work done, I drove in 2001, I just overheard,
This is
it's not gonna be a
for,
flag because I
Social
had
Security
manifold
statement?
gas
so
was
you
put
need to
in.
have a copy of the
Trans,
So yeah, this
One
is why
car-
this is why
one
this
car
is
is
here, because
exempt,
everybody has to
so
provide us with.
it
That's all I got.
doesn't necessarily mean anything, no.
that's why this is there,
As
because.
long as you have one car, it could be a spaceship and it's still exempt.
I put all kinds of work into it.
And but he
Last
said,
couple years.
he said,
I'm sorry to hear about that car.
Yeah.
Car work's no
2000
fun.
and-
It's still below.
Yeah.
Mhm.
From,
So we take her income off of here.
We're also
Breaks.
learning, we got a couple new people on the board there, so we're just trying to explain out what the exemption is and, what is exempt from the income and asset test and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you only have one car, it's completely exempt from the asset test
so
anyway.
do you want?
And the asset
since
test
we've
is
got
kinda
here,
like to make sure
nobody's
people
up
don't
here,
have
do
like
you
a
wanna
401k that they can just pull out
I
right
would,
after doing
In-
this or
in-
something like
according to
that.
Peter,
Or
yeah,
they don't have
it's
like
changed
a
this
used
year.
car
What we
lot
do
on their
is we just
property
put a
that
motion
they,
to grant
something like
poverty
that.
exemption,
my car is,
And that's it.
needs
But
lots of work.
I
Gotcha,
motion
but
to
yeah, your
grant
one car is
poverty
exempt. It doesn't matter if it's
Okay,
working
well,
down.
this
or
was-
not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now I
working.
can-
2025,
Okay.
and then it would be
Uh,
Gonna
this
make a
year.
motion?
Catherine is
So you
making a
needed
motion
both
to
copies,
grant,
and this
this
is.
is
Okay.
for number
Social
2026
That's what
05.
that is.
Yep, that's what the board will need to see.
Anyone like to
So do I
second the
talk with
motion
them,
to
or do I
grant?
drop
We
it
have to
off?
So you
second
give
it?
them this
Yeah.
application,
Jim will
and you
second.
can drop everything off with them and leave, you're not,
And then we
you
do
don't
all
have
in
to stay,
favor?
or you could.
No,
Do
you do a roll call.
Because
Okay,
it's
so
basically
that's what I thought,
completely
so.
So I'm gonna be
based off of
yes.
income, it
Jim?
doesn't really
Yes.
benefit you to talk to them. As long as
Kathy?
everything's
Yes.
on here, filled
It's
out,
right,
Okay,
then
so,
you're good to go.
This
we have
was
this decision, to grant the
last
poverty
year,
exemption.
and
Mhm.
this would just be 12 times
No,
this,
I
this
think-
year.
I
Nope,
think-
it's
Yeah,
recorded.
so yeah, just leave that with
Got
the
one in
board
the
and
books.
they'll make the determination based off of that.
Now, do we at this
This-
time need to
Look at the
fill out
difference.
this form?
39.51 to
We
72.
do that right now.
And Peter
Well,
actually
that's
will
not
help you
what
with
that
that.
is,
He'll
so your
fill
taxable
it out,
value is what you pay
fill
taxes
the
off of, That goes up with
So I don't
inflation
think
each
so.
year, or 5%, whichever's less.
You'll
Your
have to
assessed
sign
value is about half of what you believe the property
So he'll-
worth on the open
I
market.
think he'll.
So let's say your
Okay.
property's
He's
about
got one.
Yeah.
150,000, just
Okay.
about.
So
You're
we'll
only
just
paying
wait for
taxes
him to
off
print
of
it off.
40,000
Okay. Should I make
because
a
you
note on
lived
here
in the
you
home
wanted
for
to-
so long.
That was
Or
before
we're
capped.
gonna do property
Yeah.
because-
Well, let's just confirm that.
So if you were to sell a
So
house
what we need to do though, Catherine,
tomorrow,
Mhm.
the new
Yeah, oh,
homeowners would have to
I
pay
did
probably,
put
it would
the
probably go
number
up
on
again
there.
because of the way the
So
sales have been going in
Around
this
me,
area.
yeah.
Their taxable value would jump up to
2026
80,000
Yep.
because they would then
That's
uncap.
on the front page, so.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mhm. In your case, because of this, if you do get approved for this, then that taxable and assessed go to zero anyway, and it doesn't really affect you. But when you get this every year, the reason it goes back up to the value is because
Score.
you have to redo the exemption
Where
each year,
should
you
I
have to
set the ones that
reapply.
we've actually
Mhm.
completed? We've got the
Is
ones
that-
that are still
Sorry,
pending
it's
right
probably
here.
too much information for you.
Completed.
Is that interrupting you guys? I'm
So,
sorry.
No.
so once it's completed and signed, then it would go to Art.
It is not signed yet though.
I know.
We still
So-
have to- so
Art, we just had a question, Peter. Art said you were gonna print off the final.
rather than us filling this page out, you're gonna print it out for us, if that's what Art was just saying?
Oh, I could, or you guys could fill it out, it's up to you. In this case, you just put it to what was beforehand. Do we have that information on there?
No.
Alright, then let me just print.
He's gonna,
But the problem is, when we print it, we lose the signature and stuff like that.
ah,
Why don't we just
Okay.
fill this one out,
Yeah,
and then for the future ones, I will print out.
all right,
All
well,
right.
how do you get the signatures for the future ones?
Well, you don't need the signature, you just need the form. You don't need the signature from the petitioner
For property?
for poverty.
Oh, okay, well,
Because it's a write-in exemption, we don't necessarily need them
Okay.
to come in and fill it
Okay.
out, we just need their, what's the form number for poverty again, it's on this third page.
the 88, the,
It's up here in the corner. And
5737?
you just need the poverty application form itself.
okay,
then
and the affidavit. If they,
Yeah, and the 4988, if
Right,
they don't
that's what I-
provide, or if they don't file into
We
a
have
tax.
to
Correct.
3988.
and that's the one that's the affidavit, which is,
Do you file your
yeah,
income
it's on
taxes?
it's the last page, the
No.
very last.
Do we have a
Right.
It's not attached to it.
4988 from
No,
them,
no,
it'd be the back page?
It was,
Yeah, I'll just have you fill out
Because,
4988 real quick.
okay,
Okay.
so he's saying,
One second.
fill out
Yeah,
all
Yeah,
the
fill it out, sometimes
information.
you get like,
So you
some
want
of the heat, you
to,
know?
let me show you what you need to do.
Oh, gotcha.
So
So I
it's gonna go, yeah,
Yeah, the 10, what was it called, the
So,
1040
what you
CR
do-
credit or something like that? I'm not
yeah,
on
it's,
CPA or anything like that, so I'm not familiar. I apologize. Let me print that off for
so
you
where
real
does
quick,
the
I'll be right back.
want me to just fill it out?
Well, it's a different form, so I'll have to grab it for you real quick.
Okay, then print out.
So we,
There's a separate form for people that don't fill out income taxes
I
each year.
thought I printed out 3 different ones up there.
so where do we put down that it's poverty exemption on the second page? Does it both the assessed value and tentative values change? Is that correct?
Can you take a look? So the
So
form
the
is
second page doesn't have poverty exemption on it?
So, no, on the second page where it says assessed value and tentative taxable value, we put what the assessed value was and what it's going to, and then the same with tentative taxable
So,
value.
so what we wanna do is
Cause this is the.
this and this,
Calculation.
and then what is the current assessed value?
Let me get that for you. Or. One second, I gotta go to that parcel. What's the address again?
5521 North Mary Court.
Okay, so the assessed value would be, you ready for it?
Yep.
33,300. And then the taxable value would be 19,085. And usually I print this part out for you guys, but because the petition's already there,
And
We're
they,
just gonna
they
do-
both go to zero?
well, if you guys voted to
Oh,
give
we
the
did.
100%. then-
100%.
Poverty,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, I missed that part. Then yes, they both go to zero.
Okay, and then what you have to do,
And then
Catherine, then you would check here, then Jim would check here, and then I would check
we each do
here.
it ourselves.
Yep,
Okay.
we each have to do it, and put your initials.
So it's this form here.
Oh, like if I
filed direct heat rebate or something.
Well, in this case, because you're not turning in an income tax,
Okay,
is with it, you'd fill out this form.
I
If you
got
go
one.
and amend your
And right
income
here I
taxes.
got, you know, what
Authorizing the
the
taxable
payment was, you know, the yearly
Assessed value
income.
That's what
considered
it
zero
is.
because of her poverty status.
Here you go.
I didn't really think about this.
Alright, when we take.
Yeah,
this is the
I
last page of the
apologize, we're limited
application,
here
so
with
that's
what
the
our,
return.
Okay.
with what our
Is there anything else we sign on?
printer has,
No, I
right now
think
we're running out
that's-
of toner.
that's all.
But it just says basically, I swear that I did not file income taxes.
And then we give it to him, so
For
you
the
don't have to worry
property.
about it.
In
You
a
have to
nutshell,
have them
that's all
done.
it's saying, and then it wants
When they
your
get done, we give
Well,
it.
address and
Yeah,
then
but
your
I
signature.
filed for a heat rebate.
So that one's.
Do you have copies of that with you right now?
No, I don't. Okay. Just sign this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't wanna swear to something that I hate.
You're fine. It's basically a form you have to fill out if you're not giving the board a review your income statement.
Yeah, I got like 3
It
statements
would-
from there.
It wouldn't affect your actual income though, and that's what the board of review bases the exemption off of.
I have too many papers here.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. I agree with you. It gets a little hairy.
These two here are something that we do in
It's not like I'm
our,
throwing anything away.
We do
so
not?
I'm just
jurisdiction.
checking.
Okay.
Because we don't have a resolution to keep going, we don't do this one. That
Okay.
basically-
That's fine.
Then we have our own percentages, so we don't do this one.
Okay.
So there's one,
We'll
two,
just put it in the trash.
1, 2, 3, and 4 that we can use.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but
We're
that's,
using this.
but there's someone here, so.
Yep, I know, I'm just
Starting.
trying to get my, she's still filling something else, so it's just trying to papers together.
So you said we have other poverty exemption ones,
I write down this.
Yep, but we have one here that we'll probably be seeing
Okay.
in a minute.
and that's fine,
But we do have more, we have I think 3 or 4 more write-ins.
okay.
And then I sign here.